Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Clarified Moments, where we hope to bring a level of clarity to your consciousness, to your view, to your world. So why is that important? Simply put, so that we can make better decisions, better sound decisions. So where are we today, ladies and gentlemen? Where are we today? Where are we right now? What's the temperature of today? The energy of today? It's almost like there's no amount of clarity and logic and reason that resonates with people today. No amount that will shake them up out of it. This delusional state that they're in. You communicate clearly, or so you think, and it's like a cold, hard stare. It's almost like we're living in a Twilight Zone. I don't know how many people are familiar with that series, but that's like what we're living in. And the pressure to fold is thick. I truly think we're living in the day and age, again, of strong delusion. I've been saying it. Everywhere you turn, the heat's turned up. Everywhere you turn. First and foremost, I know who's ultimately in control. So I'm not afraid. If you know who's ultimately in control, you shouldn't be afraid either. So I'm just communicating some clarity. That's what this video is about. That's what all my videos are about. My brothers and sisters in Christ, we knew this day was coming. At least we should have. So off the rip, Ray Charles can see with a blindfold that something's up with this election. There's too many instances of irregularities, as they say. There's something funny jumping off. Videos of people writing on ballots, filling out ballots, destroying ballots, helping people fill out ballots. You talking about over 100,000 or more ballots showing up in favor of one candidate overnight. Ballots showing up in ditches. Dead people voting. This Dominion software that folks are talking about. And it's relentless. So we should be asking the question, why? Why are they so relentless for years to get this man out of office, to get this man out the way? And I don't believe the corruption and cheating stopped at the presidential election, be honest with you. When you hit a lick, and my homies out there know what I'm talking about. When you hit a lick, when you go all in, because you're gonna get the same amount of time for half the money as if you get all the money. It's the same risk. But even if you want to ignore all of that, let's just say you want to ignore all of that. I read somewhere that Trump was the most morally corrupt president in history. That's a stretch, isn't it? Look, I myself by any means can't judge on this character trait. Or maybe I can, seeing I know I haven't always been right. I hadn't always been this morally correct. But I'm talking about this from a biblical standpoint. I'm just like many of us who have done some pretty terrible things. I mean, it's all sin when you look at it. No matter how you wrap it. At least that's the way God looks at it. Ancient proverb says that there was none without sin, none not but one. So God looks at all of it as terrible. sin that is. But for the sake of the conversation, let's look at one part of morality as being a person that keeps his word, which again is something I haven't always been. But thank God, again, for mercy and grace and the opportunity to redeem myself. So maybe I can talk about this, seeing I know what it doesn't look like, because I was the one that demonstrated it proudly. So people have this false sense of virtue where they look at someone else's flaws and shortcomings and imperfections and forget their own. They forget that they got flaws, but they virtuous because they can see someone else's. So if we look at Trump through the lens of this defined morality, let's just say morality is a person that keeps his word. He did everything he promised. Embassy in Jerusalem, canceled the Iran deal, deregulated America's economy, strong justices on Supreme Courts or in the Supreme Court, put over 100 circuit court judges in every single city, district throughout the country, cut taxes, blacks' lowest unemployment rate in years, reached out to the black community off the flop when he got in office. And I know some people say he pandering. So whether you think he's pandering or not, HBCU unlimited support, opportunity zones, First Step Act, no one else did this. No one else did anything like this, including Barack Obama. But again, based off your loose, diluted, confused sense of morality, he's not fit to be the president. This is emotional, folks, and not logical. It's without logic and reason. Some of the very things that we hold against him. And again, I'm not an apologist for Trump. I'm not an apologist for his personality. I just find it ironic that some of these same questionable character traits that we talk about, that we hold against him, we celebrated in our favorite rappers. Yeah, we do that. Rappers don't like black people. They talk about killing black people. And some even do it. Rappers don't like women, or at least they talk about only liking them for a night, or if they can provide certain services. Now, of course, I say rappers, so let me be definitive, because someone, they'll say something, they'll say I'm taking shots. Of course, I'm not talking about all rappers. But the point is this. We celebrate wickedness and weaknesses in some people and condemn that same wickedness and weaknesses in others. It's hypocritical. Not to mention all the stuff with Ukraine and Biden's son. And we march out in groves and vote for all this cheating. But all the cheating aside, a lot of us Bible thumping, household of faith, holding on to see what the end gonna be, Jesus be a fence around me, believers went out and voted for this man who ain't nothing but a pawn. And a woman who happens to be black, who's on record as being one of the most progressive, I call it regressive, senators ever. Strong delusion, folks. There's no amount of clarity and logic and reason that resonates with you. It's consumed you. Even if you don't believe in God, what's coming down the pipeline affects you too. If the Biden administration gets power, massive lockdowns again, mandatory vaccines, Green New Deal, and the Green New Deal was tried in the past and failed. The same machines that create these solar windmills, they admit carbon emissions. They create carbon emissions. So it's like you're creating something to eliminate carbon emissions, but you're creating them anyway. My pastor likes to say, church, wake up and smell the purpose. Of course, this means a whole lot more than I have time in this video to talk about. But I will say this in agreement with that statement. The church is asleep. They are asleep. We are asleep. We need to wake up. Guys, it's my hope that I bring you a level of clarity that promotes something I've coined as clear conscious thought. That's what these videos are about. It's just to get you to think. The ability to think rationally from a place of logic and reason versus emotion. To exercise critical thinking skills and criticize your own thoughts and remove warped views and perspectives that hinder common sense. Because none of this stuff makes sense. There's no common sense attached to operating in emotion and not using any logic and reason. Listen, you guys take care. I appreciate you looking at the video, joining in. If this brought some value to you, please subscribe, like, and share. And God bless. Pray for America. Just pray. Pray for clarity. Ask God to if there's any delusion in you. I mean, I know we all like to think we're right, but I'm constantly asking God, if there's any delusion in me, if I'm delusional about this view, this perspective, the lens that I'm seeing things through, show it to me. So guys, just pray. Pray that God pull back the layers and allow you to see things from a rational perspective or point of view. Show you if you're operating in emotion versus logic and reason. We really need to be praying right now. You guys, again, take care. Thanks.